not everybody is for everybody. It's not because of frequency. It's not because of vibration. It's not because of that. It's because of how we process information, how we intake information, how we receive it, how we output information and energies and vibrations and frequency. So everybody's not for everybody. For example, you think of this in the term of parents and kids. I have 4 kids. They're all different in their unique way. So I can't approach my kids in the same manner if I'm teaching them a lesson or rewarding them. A reward for one kid might be if I give them all Play-Doh. Oh my God, one kid, that's like their absolute favorite. Whereas another kid, it was their favorite when they were like 5. Now they would rather have Robux so they could spend money on Roblox. That's the equivalent to a 4-year-old receiving Play-Doh, you know? Or if, they didn't clean their room. One kid who loves going outside, if you take, okay, you can't go outside today until your room is clean. That's going to be the equivalent of a punishment versus another kid who doesn't go outside that often. They rather, play Roblox on their tablet. Okay, you can't play Roblox. I'm taking your tablet until your room is clean. Because if I told the kid who loves going outside, they can't play their tablet, they could care less about it. They're never on it. It's okay. If I tell the kid, who doesn't really go outside and plays Roblox, hey, you can't go outside. Okay. So when it comes to, okay, Papa. So it's all different. It's all different. So that goes when it comes hand in hand with the spiritual community as well. Everybody's not for everybody. And we figure that out along the way. Or something is temporary, it's one point where it is and then it's not. That's because some form of growth, transformation, expansion, awareness, acceptance, all of that, something happened and it served what it was supposed to serve, and then you go on. That's growth. It's like going through grade levels, just in a different way. So everybody's not for everybody. Everybody relates things differently. They understand things differently. They metabolize information, frequency, vibrations, tones, understandings, teachings, awareness, insight, messages. Everybody metabolizes it all differently. And we output it all differently. We could all be talking about the same thing. Because I've had this happen in a few conversations, as well as I've seen other people, where this has happened, and vice versa. Where everybody's talking about the same thing, but you're expressing it in a different way. So it can appear to the one you're expressing it to that, no, you're not understanding what it is that I'm saying. And it's like, no, they are. They're just coming from this angle of it, or they're coming from this angle of it, or no, they're saying the same thing. They just understand it in this way. And you understand it in this way. Because we all have different ways of how we output these things. We have different ways of how we internalize these things. We have different ways of how we present these different things. The same very thing. And one might be one way. Like, for example, when it comes to criticism, there's construction criticism, you know. So one might be able to take constructive criticism and can't take flat criticism. One might be able to take flat criticism but can't take constructive criticism. So it depends. It depends. And some might be able to take straight criticism in one area, in one aspect, but in a whole nother area and aspect of their life, constructive criticism is more preferred. And we don't know these things about ourselves until we know these things about ourselves. It's no different than our preferred, how we prefer learning. You know, when are you a visual learner? Are you a hands-on learner? Are you an audio learner? Are you a repetition learner, where it takes you to do something over and over and over again? Would you rather read it, or does it need to be actually physically demonstrated? Or do you need a little bit of both? And for one, you might be a hands-on learner in one area, in one subject, but you're a visual learner in another subject. It's no different than that. It's no different than that. So there isn't just, one-stop shop. There's not and even if there is a Walmart of spirituality, like I would like to surprise myself on being like a Walmart of spirituality, because I like all different angles and all different aspects from all different ways, from all different cultures, beliefs, religions, all that good stuff. But everybody don't like Walmart either. Everybody don't like that. Maybe they prefer to go to the mall. But, not everything at the mall. Not most malls in the States don't have grocery stores. There's malls in other countries where they have grocery stores. Everybody say, you can't get groceries at the mall. And it depends on where you at. I've seen a mall from my traveling where there's a grocery store in it. And literally anything that you could get in in an outlet exists in on one building mall. Yes, a whole grocery store. So people, they leave out the grocery store as long as they don't have any, cold items, and they'll use those carts in the rest of the mall, which I think is freaking genius. Right? To have a cart in the mall, that means, your bag, you can just throw it in the cart. Right. But it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, I know everybody might be thinking man, that's kind of hectic collecting those cards again. Well, they have it where, they have different people, and they have enough people where they're able to go. Everybody kind of pitches in that works there. I've seen it at the mall, whether it's security or somebody that's an employee of a store that's right there. They know, hey, let me go grab these cards, bring them into the mall. So my homie, that works at the grocery, they could just come here and grab them and take it back. But everybody kind of, I've seen the security officers, along their way while they're checking, they're collecting carts to push them back to the store. Why? Because they on their way down there, so why not get the carts? It's like seeing a piece of trash. Like my mom, I grew up in a household. It's like, walk by a piece of trash if you want to, Like, I know you've seen that on the floor. You just gonna walk by it. You just gonna walk right on by it. Like, you literally stepped over it. You literally walked around it. You seen it. How come you ain't just pick it up? But there's not a one-stop shop, because regardless of what you can get, there's still going to be another place that holds, that you're able to get a bit more from. They have the things that you need. So if you need to get a bunch of different things, a bunch of different areas of growth in your life covered, then yeah, by all means. But then there's also going to be some stuff that's like, okay, I need more in-depth understanding and guidance about this, and this is connected to this. You know, if you need parts to the transmission of your car, you can't get that at Walmart's auto shop. You got to go to AutoZone. And even sometimes you might not be able to get that at AutoZone. You might have to go to O'Reilly's. If you can't find it at O'Reilly's, then you're going to have to actually go to a mechanic and have them use their connections. But that's, now I see how it piggybacked off. I'm like, okay, it's just giving me random messages. I'm going to share them. But now I see the connection between the last podcast that was just posted and this one. They go hand in hand. If you haven't listened to that one, check that one out. I can't remember what it's titled, but I know I put excuse the kids, because my kids they're having the time of their life at the moment. And then they started getting a little whiny and fussy. Like at the beginning of this, it's nap time. It's nap time. They've been up. This is right on time for their nap time. And that's another Palmcast Palmcast. Lord have mercy. Another podcast I'm gonna put on talk about being spiritual with kids, because that's a whole nother topic. That is a whole nother topic right there. When I'm called to do it, he gave me the idea, so hey, might come out today, might come out right after this. Who knows? We'll see. But everybody's not for everybody. Why? Because we use our energy in different ways. In one aspect of your life, you might be more masculine. In another aspect of your life, you might be more feminine. Like for me, which if you used to see me and I walk in the female's bathroom, look, just say I'm avoiding Florida right now at this time, because I'm going to go to jail either way. If I walk in the male's restroom, I don't have the anatomy of a male. If I walk in the female's restroom, I look like a little boy. Yeah, I know people, well, you do that by choice and this and this, regardless of what the fact of it is. Yeah. So that's also when it comes to speaking, when I exert my energy. Invaded, a lot of my energy is Aries, so I'm combining the moon sign of Aries and invaded Pisces. You're gonna get the more dominant side at times, depending on what it is that I'm talking about, depending on the energy that I'm connecting to. Might get both. It depends on what energy that you're picking up on too as well, that you're more receptive to, that you're more sensitive to. Because I've been around people and it was like feminine energy. I've been around people that was like, no, you're a guy. And I literally had to convince, like, no, I'm not. No, sorry to disappoint you. No, I know. I got the whole T-Boz voice thing going on. I get it. But we all have that level of polarity within us, within our different aspects. Within ourselves, within how we relate and connect in every aspect of our lives. So everybody's not for everybody. You know, you could take the toughest person, but yeah, if they feeling sick, they could be the whiniest person, you know, and that's not a time for straight, you know, criticism. They need compassion. Ain't no constructive criticism. They need just straight compassion. That was the other word. Criticism, constructive criticism, and compassion. We all operate on different ways of different aspects of our lives. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know that everybody's not for everybody, and that doesn't make it a bad thing. It's just we need different things at different times in different areas of our lives for different reasons and for different lessons.